Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I already did an informative video this morning about deloads, but nobody really cares about information and gains these days, it seems like. So let's get to the juicy stuff that everybody really gives a shit about. So this came through my Facebook feed this morning. Bostin Loyd posted this picture and his own comments about it. And while I might have my differences with Bostin sometimes, and I think he's reckless, I think he's dangerous, when it comes to the supplement industry, he and I see eye to eye. I really can't knock the guy for what he has to say about the bullshit that goes on in this industry and the fakes and the scams and the hustles, because let's just be frank here. He's honest about that. He just calls it like it is, and I can't fault him for that. And in this case, we've got, again, this before and after this guy using Blackstone Labs. You know what? There's no pro-hormone or SARM or anything else that these companies make that could produce results like this at any dose that the human body would be able to tolerate without getting jaundice and having all sorts of toxicity issues and everything else really, really quickly. This guy clearly used grams of gear. To make a transformation like that in 3 months, that is grams of gear involved, a lot of tren, a lot of growth hormone, things like that. This was not done with their products. Maybe he used their products. He might have thrown them into the stack, but they compromised a very small amount of what this guy would be on. And so when stuff like this gets posted up, this is nothing more than another scam of the industry and another company trying to sell you guys toxic bullshit that is a ripoff of the real steroids that are out there, the real deal, that are actually oftentimes safer than the stuff these companies produce. Because again, a lot of these products are simply more toxic milligram per milligram than the actual stuff that most guys are buying on the black market, and that's a scary thought. And that's the real danger in them, is because people get on any sort of gear or drug or anything else, and the first thing that they do when they see good results, they want to up the dose. They want to take more and more and more. And that's what we see with the Bostin situation. And the problem is that when people get a hold of some of these substances that are only legal or over the counter because the FDA hasn't cracked down on them, they're oftentimes way more toxic than the other things. And so when you start getting results on them, when people try to take more and more and more, it becomes harmful to them. It becomes dangerous to them. And it's a very dangerous thing to have circulating in the community. And while I don't always like Bostin and everything that he does, Bostin, I actually want to thank you for just calling this photo out and just calling it like it is with this industry and cutting through the bullshit this time on them, because it needed to be done, and you have a pretty big voice and a pretty big outreach. So this time I'm actually going to thank you for what you did this morning, and I hope to see you continue to do this sort of thing. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.